We did it. The channel is monetized and I got my first check as a member of the YouTube partner program, making revenue on those Google ads on YouTube videos. So I'm going to give you some of the details about the journey it took to get there and exactly what I made in my first month. I'll even give you extras like some of the other ways I've made money off of the YouTube channel to show you what it's like as a YouTube content creator, like the real peel back behind the scenes. I know this isn't what we usually talk about here, but I found these videos really helpful when I was first starting out my channel, and I'm still a newbie, let's be honest. And I hope that some of this information will be helpful and encouraging and maybe a reality check for those of you that are trying out YouTube for yourselves. Hi, for those of you that don't know me, I am Laura, and I am 1/5 of the 5 Hungry Travelers. But this channel has been my project, my hobby, my passion for the last 2 years, and almost, not quite 2 years. My husband strongly encouraged me to do this because we were using YouTube as a research resource and we were finding gaps in information online and said, if we go somewhere and we find information on this topic, we should share it with others. So whenever I started my channel, my goal was never to make this a full-time job or even a part-time job. Nick has always said, if we could get a comped cruise out of the channel, it will have all been worth it. And that's easy to say because he hasn't spent hours and hours and hours editing. But it's just so reassuring, so encouraging to see that the viewers stick around and the view time lasts. And now that I'm part of the YouTube partner program and starting to make a ad share on those Google AdSense advertisements on my videos, and feels a little bit legitimizing. I hate to say that. If you are making videos on YouTube, you're a real content creator. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry, is it enough that I can quit my job? Don't worry, what is the return on how many hours I'm pouring into this thing? You are a content creator. Good job already on taking a leap and doing that because it takes some bravery and a lot of people haven't done it. So at Nick's encouragement, I made my first video in March of 2022. I guess we posted it in April. And so it took me 20 months to get monetized on YouTube. That means that I have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours on my long form videos. Let me break that down for you. Okay, this is a lot of numbers notes. I am not a numbers person, so I'm going to be checking my notes. I hope that's okay. In 20 months, I made 117 long form videos and 63 shorts. I did not lean heavily into shorts. Some people use shorts to get more subscribers. I did find that sometimes when my shorts were really catchy and funny, I would get a bunch of subscribers, but very quickly they'd also go back and unsubscribe. So those are kind of fickle viewers. I had a hard time getting these shorts viewers to translate over to my long form videos. And what I'm trying to do here is not about building an audience. Like, I don't need 1,000 fans, but I would really love to build a community. Our videos are all about travel with kids with dietary restrictions because as a family with dietary restrictions, we know that it can be really isolating and the internet can be actually a wonderful place to find community. So for that reason, I leaned heavily into those long form videos. And you'll notice travel with kids with dietary restrictions is kind of a niche-y niche. We have 3 niches and most of our videos try to hit at least 2 of those topics. Sometimes it'll just be travel with dietary restrictions, like when Nick goes on a business trip and the kids aren't there. Or it'll be just travel with kids because we feature some of the activities on one of our trips and that video may not have anything where we go out to eat. That's okay. As long as you're hitting at least 2 of the 3 topics, you're good. Now, sometimes the video hits all 3 topics, and I'll be honest, those videos get lower views because it is such a fine niche, but those are the people that are going to be your core community because they're dealing with what we're dealing with. And so I love to make those videos, but then sometimes we make videos that are only on the outskirts of some of these niches, and those videos get a much bigger reach. Now, I'm not going to start leaning into the more general videos all the time because I think your niche matters. And I find it really helpful in having these 3 niches that we can niche up or niche down and get sometimes more quality in the audience and sometimes get a wider reach in the audience. Now, I've heard lots of people on YouTube say, I got my subs, but I'm still trying to get my 4,000 watch hours. And I understand that can be difficult if your long form videos are not that long. Some of our videos go 20 minutes or more. And so for us, watch hours weren't that difficult. And I think I kept leaning into make them quality videos, make sure you're throwing entertaining tidbits into them so that people stick around and they're fun to watch. I hope I've been successful in doing that, but I think I am, because at the end of 2022, we had 250 subs after being on YouTube for 8 months. And then by the end of 2023, we had to get those other 750 subscribers. Well, in 2023, we had over 10,000 watch hours. Like, the watch hours were not an issue. So thank you guys for coming, for watching, for sticking around. I do hope you felt like this was a place for you, and for that reason you subscribed. But eventually, with some help and a little bit of a push in December saying help us hit our goal, we did get there, and it was really exciting. What's kind of funny is we hit our goal on December 30th of 2023, and so my first full month on YouTube was January 2024, and that's the numbers I'm going to give you for what I made. Yes, there were 36 hours of December where I was paid on my ads, but we're not going to go into that. For this one, I need my computer. Now, as I go into some of the nitty gritty here, I hope it's not too much. If you're one of our regular video watchers, maybe this is too granular, and that's okay. You can just watch the next video. We're heading on a Royal Caribbean cruise. But you may find this helpful. We do lean into doing a series on the locations that we go to, and we find that really helpful because people kind of build momentum on that series. We make a playlist. We found that our Virgin Voyages series last summer was a real turning point. There was a lot of interest in that series. My top performing revenue video in January of 2023 was the Too Much Fun video from Virgin Voyages, all the activities you can do on the Virgin ships. And it's worth noting that this video did not get the most views, but because it's a very long video, there were mid-roll videos, ads within the video where you get a little commercial break. And because of that, that video made a lot of money. Also because Virgin Voyages is a higher end travel experience, like a luxury cruise. The ads on that video are going to be higher paying ads from some of the companies that are looking for some of those luxury buyers with that kind of budget. So let me back up. In case you didn't know about the terms CPM and RPM, here's what they are. CPM is what Google charges for an ad for every 1,000 views on one video. A reasonable goal for a CPM is about $20. If you can get $20 paid to Google for every 1,000 views, that's decent. Some of the luxury items, like I've talked about, will get even up to $40 or more. But you don't get all of that money, you get a share of it. So that is your RPM. So on this Virgin Voyages video, Google collected a CPM of $29.73 for every 1,000 views. And out of that, my share was $13.65. That's pretty decent. My most viewed video for this month was the Disney Dream Kids Club video. It's shorter, so it doesn't have as many ads on it, but we did all right, making $17.46 off of that video. From there, it drops off pretty significantly. Honestly, I thought when they added ads to my video that people would bail and wouldn't even stick around to watch them. And to some degree that's true. There was about a 20% drop-off rate in who committed to watching the video, but once people committed, there was about a 20% increase in the length of time that people watched. So all in all, it evened out, and you're getting more quality viewers once people kind of get past that hurdle and pay the tax of watching the ad. And what I found really interesting and exciting was that the first half of the month, my revenue was about a $15 CPM, while by the end of the month, YouTube had done a better and better job figuring out what was the right ad to put on what video, what was this audience really about, and my CPM went up to $27 on average. So thanks, YouTube, for doing your job. I mean, YouTube is going to want to make you more money because that means they're making more money. So they're going to do the best they can to get quality ads that match your audience. So what was the grand total? In January 2024, I made a grand total of $116.38. My check was a tiny bit more than that because I did have that 36 hours in December where I was monetized as well. So roll that all together, that's what I got. My February's a shorter month, but my revenue for February was even higher. And my March is looking really robust. I had a couple of really high dollar ads on a couple of videos that included not just the ads that roll before the video or mid-roll videos, some of them are static ads on your page. And I got really big revenue on something that I think got clicked through on. So if you get those, that's great. I had one view of one video that had a $25 ad revenue on it. And I don't know how, but fantastic. More of that, please. But in terms of my first month, I'm really proud of how this has worked out. And if I could give any tips to new folks, here are just a couple things. One, I did the best I could to keep my expenses on this channel really low. I use a very economical app to edit my videos. I make all my videos on my iPhone. I do every once in a while give myself a treat, like I'm gonna buy a new tripod, but I'm gonna do it reasonably. I'll do my research on Amazon. I'm not gonna go to a photography store and buy a top dollar thing. I need something to boost my morale, and I just hit this new milestone. Great, I'm gonna order decals with my logo. But I don't have the paid version of Canva. I haven't paid for Epidemic Sound or any of those paid music apps. I'd get my music from the YouTube library. Those are free and available if you can figure out how to use them. So I really just do my best to keep costs low so that it's not that much money coming in. It's certainly not even a part-time job yet, never mind a full-time job. So I don't want to dump all of that money right back into supplies for the channel. If I can make a little bit extra and go buy myself a coffee, I'd really like to do that. Speaking of, there are other ways to make revenue on the channel, and I did make some money in 2023. Ironically, I have posted Amazon affiliate links for probably 6 months, and the revenue coming in from Amazon was very slow because I just don't use it and don't push it that much. You have to hit a threshold of $10 in affiliate link revenue before they pay out. I finally hit that $10 mark in January, and so I got my first check from YouTube, but I also got my first payment from Amazon. That's kind of fun. Other ways that I have gotten some revenue is I use the Bounty app to find brands that I'm already using and want to promote that fit well within my channel, and I will make a short about them and tag them. Now, they don't follow YouTube, so I actually have to post those over on Instagram as Reels, but I've made about $25 off of Bounty, and I've also had sponsored videos. So don't think you can't reach out to a brand and see if they want to do a partnership and sponsor a video before you're even at 1,000 subscribers. You'll find people that are interested. So in 2023, I made about $150 off of sponsored videos and got some free gifts along with that. That was very nice. It's all just starting out getting the ball rolling, but it'll get there. It'll continue to grow. And I know that it's exponential. Think about it. If I only got 250 subs in my first year and I got 750 in the next year, what am I going to get next year? A couple thousand? Like, it's just going to keep growing. It's not a straight line growth. It is a curved line. So get ready to grow. But before you get there, I want to really, really encourage you to do your homework beforehand in terms of setting up all the back end of Google AdSense and the YouTube Partner Program. Now that you can join the Partner Program when you have only 500 subscribers, you can't get ad revenue at 500, but you can join the Partner Program for things like super thanks and memberships and things like that. Do the paperwork of joining the Partner Program at that point, because then the minute you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, they turn it on. You start getting money that minute instead of having to go through a 2-week process of getting approved and somebody has to get back to you and okay, now you're in. Like, get that money from the very first view, the minute you hit the threshold. But also, it takes some work to get your first payment. So about 2 months before I was going to hit 1,000 subscribers, I got my LLC, I registered with my state, I got a business checking account, and I connected it to my AdSense so that as soon as Google started collecting on those ads and I was part of the Partner Program, boom, they could start putting those payments right in my checking account. I don't want to have 2-month delays on my first payout, and you don't either. So do the work in advance and you'll be ready to go. In the coming year, there's even going to be more opportunities for growth as a business. I'm looking at this with a business mindset. I have some really cute ideas for merch. I also am very excited to consider a membership. There's YouTube memberships. I'm not sure about those. There's Patreon, which is a great way to start almost a fan club. I am a member of a couple of Patreons as a viewer who is supporting content creators that I love. And some of them are great and some of them are not well managed. And I don't know if it's my favorite platform. So my website actually can host its own membership page, and I may go rogue and plan a membership on my own site. We will see. But in a world where I'm here to build community, membership seems like a really good way to do that. So keep an eye out for the rest of 2024 because big things are coming. And if you're not subscribed, please join us. We'd love to have you. Buddy, do you want to be in my video? Okay. I'm done talking about numbers. Do you want to talk about numbers?
Yeah.
What's your favorite number?
86.
Oh, it's a good one. Yeah. We'll see you next time, travelers. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Do you want to know?